Hello, everyone. My name is Blair Moon, and I'm from Your Voice Media. And today I have the pleasure of interviewing Aiza and Kamana Ntibarikure. How are you both doing today?
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Fantastic, amazing. I love it. Um, Now, you two are sisters, and you are both dominating the entertainment industry. Aiza, you are an award-winning singer and songwriter. Your songs have been heard in numerous productions and television shows. And Kamana, you have a love for musicals. You've headlined the Just for Laugh festivals and the musical for Sister Act. Tell me,
Yeah.
I want to ask both of you how you found these passions and how you both went about starting a career for yourselves. Aiza, we'll start with you.
Well, you know what? I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by a beautiful crew of inspiring women, and my sister is one of them. And she's always loved the stage, and watching her on stage made me want to get on the stage. And then from there, it was just a nice dance between music and acting and writing. And yeah, I mean, it started out in Montreal and I made the jump to Toronto, and we're always aiming for bigger and better things. So that's in short the journey.
Love it. And Kamani?
Yeah, so to me, it started in high school. I went to a musically inclined high school. And I remember the first time I went to a rehearsal, they were doing chorus line. And I was looking at them on stage and I was like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that like forever? And that's just how I fell in love with it. And I just kept going. And here we are today.
Here we are today. I love that. Now, I know you two have a new docu-series titled Real Blackity Talk, which is coming out. It's going to be streaming on CBC Gems. And I want to know all about it. How did this show come about and what will you two be doing?
So listen, 2020 happened. Everybody had plans. Those plans were halted, and boom, I find myself with my sister. We happened to be living together at the time, and something like maybe a month into the pandemic and the lockdown here in Canada, we couldn't go anywhere or see anybody. We started going live on Instagram twice a week, and because we always told ourselves like we should just have a show, like we're a walking, I don't know, like television show. We should just connect with our people online. And so we started going live twice a week. And then the CBC, which is basically, you can think of it as like CBS in Canada, they released the Creative Relief Fund, which was basically like a nice big chunk of money that they wanted to funnel into new original Canadian content. And so we pitched our talk show idea to them. And then we found out that out of 9,000 applicants all across the country, 10 made it into our category, and we happened to be one of them. And so we developed the show for a year, and then we were offered a production deal. And so, you know, we realized at that moment that this was an opportunity not only to tell our own story, but to bring a bunch of other dope Black people with us. And so that's where Real Blackity Talk was born. And it's just a mix. It's basically the show that we wish we could see out there. There's music, there's humor, there are a lot of poignant moments. Come on, yeah,
It's like everything we got that opportunity and we're like, we're gonna stack it up.
Yeah, milk it.
I love that you two, it kind of just came across as a conversation. Like you said, everything was happening in 2020 and you guys actually went for it. I feel like a lot of times, people are joking around with their friends, like, oh, we need a show, we need a show. And you guys actually went and got a show. So that's really big. Congratulations to both of you. Why was it important for you to bring both of your worlds together into this new project you guys have?
Both of our worlds, as in Aiza's world and Kamana's world?
Yes. But just both of you, why did you want to come together now?
Because actually we've been working together before. Okay. Like we did a bunch of shows together, we backup sang together, we traveled across the country together, like we've been doing this, But then it was just the opportunity to focus ourselves and say what we've been wanting to say, And like my sister and I were like two peas in a pod. You know, we joke around, we're real with each other, we're best friends. So it was just the perfect time.
Yeah, it only made sense.
Yeah.
I love that. It was the perfect time. Now, I know you guys said it's a lot that goes into this show. What can audiences expect that tune into the show?
Realness.
Listen,
Love that.
You can expect to.
Oh, you skipped a little bit. Say that again.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like my sister said, realness, absolutely. There's a bits of advice, like we really wanted it to be like you're talking to your homie, we're talking specifically to Black folk, and so it's really like you're talking to your best friend. You're on a phone call with them, and you're like, so there's a mix of like getting the tea. We give some little bits of fun stories, and then at the same time, bits of advice. And also, I think that our viewers are going to feel empowered. And ultimately, we want them to realize that their stories matter. This is what doing this project, working on the series has done for me, is really when we talk about taking up our space, claiming our space, this is really what we did. And I know that my sister and I are hoping to inspire others, more of us, to do the same thing, because the world is waiting for you to tell your story.
Yeah.
So the title of the series is Real Blackity Talk. Now walk me through this title. How did this come about? I see you guys both laughing, so is there a story behind this title? How did it come about?
Listen, please, Kamana, go ahead.
So we initially wanted to go with something around like Blackity Black. Like that was like our main thing. But Blackity Black is too broad, like it's not focused enough. And then it's like we wanted something that's like still like sing-songy, because like we like to sing and we like to like break into all sorts of tunes. And so we had the Blackity was there, and then we're like, well, it's a talk show. And in our intro we say that like we're all about that elevation and keeping it real. So it's like Real Blackity Talk, and it is just like, and it just sounds it's fun to say, and there's a beat to it, and we're just like and like also you can shorten it to RBT. Like it's hot.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very catchy. Like that, the name alone catches people's attention, and it makes them want to tune into the show. Real Blackity Talk. Like what they gonna be talking about? Like they want to tune in and see. I love that name.
Thank you.
You both have already accomplished so much in your careers, together and separate. I want to ask both of you, what is your favorite achievement that you've accomplished so far in your career?
Oh my God. You know what?
It's gonna be super corny, but this is it. This is
it.
Oh, okay, of course, yeah.
This is it. I don't think I've ever put so much of myself in one project in such a condensed amount of time, and it has all the elements that I love, and it challenged me in a way, in many ways. This is our first series, and the fact that we're doing it with a big network, we had to learn a lot about producing and even just writing a series. And, I co-directed the project with this other really talented young Black woman here in Toronto. Her name is Chris Lowe. And then I was very involved in the editing. So I feel like just this project, that's it. That's my favorite.
You were hands-on through the entire project. That's you directed it, edited it. I love that.
Yeah. Now I feel like I can do anything. I really do.
Absolutely.
And it feels great also because, as an actor, I've told other people's stories. My job is to do what the director wants, and in this case it was ours, so we got to really decide like, how would you do it if you got the chance to do it? And we finally could set the template for ourselves. Even the way we were together on set, we made a point to have like a little meditation every time before we hit the show, the ground running with filming and everything, because the energy can be crazy on sets, so I really wanted everybody to feel grounded, connected. Communication was great. So it's like you have a dream and then you make it happen. So this, like my sister said, this is it.
I was gonna say, I love that not only is it your show, but since you guys were so hands-on in the whole process, you guys get to tell the story the way that you want to tell it. I feel like that's like everybody's dream to be able to do that. And you guys are doing it. So that's great. I love that. I was gonna ask you, what is something that you still want to accomplish in your career? I know there may be many things, but what's like one thing you've always wanted to do for both of you?
I want to work with Issa Rae. That's what I want to do. I want to work with Issa.
Let's speak that into existence. You
yes.
Issa Rae.
Please. Thank you.
Like, she's like an incredible inspiration for us. Yeah. So it's just, putting it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Manifestation is real.
Yes.
What about you, Aiza? Same for you?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely working with Issa. Like, in my mind, we're already besties. She just doesn't know it yet, but I'm like, Issa, I'm gonna see you soon.
Right.
And then aside from that, my music has always been such an important part of my life, and I want to go platinum. I want to write a track and let it go platinum, and let's go on that world tour. Let's get that guap through
Absolutely.
music. Let's hit those big stages. Let's get to the Grammys. Like, that's what. And also, I want to live where it's sunny at all times is another desire of mine.
Yes, girl.
I just moved out to Los Angeles not too long ago.
Nice.
But it gets so cold here in the winter. I never knew that it got this cold here in the winter, but it's still sunny sometimes. Well, it's still sunny all the time. I mean, just a little chilly sometimes. But I was going to say, I love that you mentioned working with Issa Rae, because Issa Rae is someone who kind of got big off of social media. And that even relates to your story, because you guys were saying that you were doing the Instagram lives during the pandemic, and now you have your own show. It's kind of like social media is like the new way of the world,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Take a lot of advantage of a lot of opportunities on social media.
100%. And we are jumping on those opportunities.
Yeah, you guys are doing it right.
Thank you.
Aside from the docu-series, I know you two are very busy. What other projects do you guys have under wraps coming forward, or is the main focus on Real Blackity Talk?
Aiza?
Yes. So look, the focus right now, we're about to give birth to this baby. That is the focus. Absolutely. And then I'm working on my album. And I want to get to travel again. Like, I think that I gave so much of myself to this project, and I'm excited to see how people receive it. And so that's my focus. Between that, getting some rest, and getting to traveling again and finishing my album, I think it's a good start. Yeah.
Emphasis on rest, because rest is important.
It's necessary.
Rest is a birthright.
Yes, absolutely. What about you, Kamana?
Me, it's really like pushing Real Blackity Talk to where it needs to be, and resting, and then waiting to see what is next in the pipeline, because this is major.
Yeah, I want
to be there for it.
This is something that will birth other opportunities, it'll open more doors. So I love that for you guys there. Let everybody know where they can follow you at on social media.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Aiza. Hit us up.
Now, y'all know where to find us. You got to go to @RealBlackity on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Kamana and I also have our personal Instagrams. If you want to do that, follow me at AIZABBY. You can follow Kamana at DKAMANAN, DKamanan. And just make sure to stay tuned. Let us know how you feel about the show. We cannot wait to connect with y'all.
Oh my God, so excited.
Is there anything else either of you want to add before we get out of here today?
Let me think about it.
No, I'm good.
I was gonna say, I love that you guys are actually thinking about it. You know,
Yeah.
gotta,
I'm like, what do I want to say?
Opportunities, yeah.
I'm like, what do I want to say? I want to say, trust yourself, trust the process, and do your best to be as present as possible. Life is a roller coaster, it's an adventure, and just milk it to the fullest.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I
girl.
love that. Great way to close out the interview. Everybody, make sure to tune into Real Blackity Talk on March 18th on CBC Gems. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Blair.
having
That was
us.
so great.